Hello. Oh, shoot. Okay. Hello. We're back with another episode here on the Hardcore World. Y'all don't actually know about this, but I do have a second Hardcore World that has 38 real-life days in it. And I have recorded every single build, everything in it. However, it has no voicing. So that is one of the main reasons that you do not know about it or seen it unless you have watched my channel for a little bit here now. You probably don't even know it exists. Because what I used to do is stream this one. And it was really, really nice. And I loved it. Oh, baby. Alright, so in the last one, we kind of did some stuff and things, and we're going to need all the resources that I can. So let's drop off our 2 non-stone items. And I would like to make most of that, if not all of that, into tough deep slate. And we did not get a whole lot of cobble, but we will do our best to sprinkle that around. Let's sleep first, drop off our goodies, flint, sure, whatever. Don't really, we'll keep our hoe. You never know when you're gonna hoe, you know? Makes sense, all right? We're gonna take the sand as well. We don't need a single piece of iron. It's not something that we could use. And yeah, that's gonna be, that'll have to do it. And perfect timing. It is just about to be day. That is fan-frickin-tastic. Love it. Oh, this feels so much better without the berry bushes, by the way. It's a little bit more flat, but I love it so much more. Alright, so first thing first here. We need this to all be sand, because it looks frickin' weird without it. So let's start there. And just as we can, we're going to get rid of all of the dirt right here and just make it a nice looking shoreline. And we do have to expose or get rid of some of our dirt here, which is fine. But I do know that I need to make this whole thing sand here. It's going to look so much better. And it will be worth it, trust me. So all of these little bits and bobs need to be sand, because otherwise it just doesn't make a whole lot of logical sense to me. And I feel that we should be somewhat logical in what we're doing here and how we're doing it. So, you know, we're going to do all of this as sand, though, because it's just going to give it that extra pop. And then I also think we can allow for some sugarcane over here and bring the marshiness in. As it stands, the marsh part of this is really on the outskirts, right? So I figure we probably need to bring that in here into the inskirts, I guess. Is that a word? I don't know. But we need to bring it here. And so we're going to have to dilapidate it a little bit. We're going to have to make things a little ugly. We're going to have to add more bushes and all of those things, you know? And I think this whole area actually needs to be sand. With sand, we can add little pockets of water, and we can, you know, do all of those things to make it just a little bit neater over here. But because there is water, I do feel the need for there to be some kind of sand around here. And it will just look really nice and add a little bit to our ambiance here that we are kind of struggling with, to be completely honest, at least in this part. I know we haven't added any details over here yet, but it's very plain, very bland. And we're going to need a lot of leaves, we're going to need a lot of seagrass and pickles and, you know, all of that stuff, which will come in due time, of course. But the first thing I know that we can do to just help this a little bit is simply add some sand. It will break up the monogamy that we have here, get rid of the grass, and just make me feel a lot better about it just in a general. And I think we can pull it off. That one's not. Perfect. Yeah, that actually adds just so much. Just by doing that little manicuring here of sand, it's going to make a huge freaking difference. That and dirt under the water is okay. This, however, is not okay. We need to change some of this to gravel, I think. And we also have to change some of it to sand. So let's just kind of go through here, add a little bit more sand. And that's going to help us as well. Because we, for some reason, did not texture this part of the pond. So we need to do that. And by doing that, it's going to help us a lot with what we should be working on here. Let's get our gravel, perfect, and add some of that in here kind of randomly. We're going to keep a lot of the dirt, but also add some of this and some of that. And that is going to help this to look a little bit prettier still. It's a detail you're never really going to notice unless you are up on it, but it is something that I will know. So I think for that reason, we're just going to go ahead and do it. And then we'll come over and we'll add a little bit of clay and all of that eventually here. But to start, we just need sand, we need gravel, we need all of those things to really give it the feel that it so richly deserves in this watery part over here. Let's do that. Perfect. And obviously, we don't have too much sand, so I'm trying not to go too overboard with the sand, but still get the point across that, hey, we're using both of these blocks, you know? And I think that is kind of getting the point across at the moment. Don't know why we did that. It's fine. And let's go over here. We will have to do that to all of these different grasses and things in here, but that will come in due time. So I think that makes a huge difference, but over here, this one should probably be a rock. Realistically, it should. We need to... Oh, our first cherry blossom tree. Look at that. It's beautiful. Huh. I didn't expect it to be two-pronged like that, actually. That's really cool. Alright, so if we get rid of our sand and put our tuff right here, then we should be able to make this all rocky. Boom, boom. Just kind of playing with it here. I'm not really sure how, but you know, we just have to play around a little bit here. And I think the bottom should be mainly tuff and mainly cobbled deep slate. So we are going to try to incorporate that a little bit here. And just kind of make sure that we got every nook and cranny going here. So with that, good. Something like that, and we're gonna wing it. I do need to add clay here as well, because the clay is really what's gonna bring this together. It's that nice blue tone that's just gonna make it so that it all kind of fuses naturally. Let's do it like this, and I even want to go up a little bit here, I think. So let's just add a little bit like that, perhaps. One there, maybe. And I want to go up one more time here, just because I think it'll look pretty good if we do. Something like that, and like that. And then we can even expand a little bit more here and just kind of bring this out. And then we can add another spike bit here. Yes, that looks pretty good to me. And we definitely got to put a torch back on here, though, because if we don't, it's going to look weird, and we're going to have to add the leafy bits there, too, because that's what's going to allow it to be totally spawn-proof. Why is that dirt? Did we run out? I'm guessing we did. I'm guessing that is exactly what happened. We ran out of the various blocks that we were using, and as a result, just put dirt there in hopes that I would forget, maybe. Let's do one more. Great. And we do need a leaf there so that we can hide that light a little bit and get rid of these. We're going to need the dirt way more than we need a freaking flowers. And we're going to need a lot more sand, too, because this should have some sand here. And then this whole thing is rock. And that's where it's going to be a little tricky. And I'm wondering if we should do kind of like an overhang cave right there, because that could be kind of cool as well. Let's see. Main block is going to be tough, right? So let's come in with the main block and just see what we can make happen here. Main block is tough. The secondary is got to be cobbled deep slate. And then we have gravel, and we can also add a little bit of cobble into it as well. And obviously we have to come back and add some regular stone as well, but that's for the future. How much sand do we have left? 10. That's not quite enough, but we can add just a little bit of sand right here. Like that. And then this one will have the sand on it as well. And that should look pretty freaking good, I think. Ooh, our shovel's just about to break. Can we repair that? Do we have the technology at our hands to repair that? I don't know. I would like to say yes, but, you know, there's really no telling on if we will or if we will not have that. We do not have enough iron here for sure, because we need like 4 iron to repair it, I think. And we don't have mending on it yet, so can't do that. Yeah. Let's just take 4. 4 should be sufficient. We don't want to lose this shovel yet, so I do wish you could transfer enchantments from one tool to another, though. That would be a frickin' sweet. 7. Perfect. We'll take it. I will take that trade in a freaking heartbeat. That's great. We should sleep. It's raining, and I don't want to deal with it, so let's sleep. Very nice. Iron golems are burning. It's a beautiful morning. That's really how we, oh, hello, kitty. Hello. We have a lot of cats around here. I think this is going to be a crazy cat town. Could be kind of cool. Oh, I think that added a lot, though. Like, genuinely, I think that added a lot. And I'm still really vibing with this, but I think we can do a couple things here. Once we get enough string, we're going to have to come through the sugarcane, and we're going to have to vary the growth a little bit, because that will also help just a little bit. Let's do that. Plant that here and here. And we got sugarcane. Let's see. Let's go plant a couple of those over here, because I think it'll look pretty good. And we're also going to do... Can you plant it on gravel? No, I don't think you can. Just sand, just dirt, right? Can you... No. What if you do... that? Okay. Just had to see. Wasn't sure. I feel like you used to be able to do this, though. I guess not so much anymore. I don't know. Alright, let's just see if we can add a little bit around. I think I definitely want to do them next to structures a little bit. And then some kind of sporadically just around that. And that should help a lot with the aesthetics that we've got going on as well. So if we kind of do a few here as well, how does that feel? Right off the bat, I mean, it adds a level of green that we did not have prior, so I think it is very good news. And here we're going to have to be very sparse with it, I think, because it just doesn't work in the way I intended it to. And I'm wondering if we can get rid of this, because the colors are very clashing between this and that. So we'll have to figure that out and play around with it. Overall, though, I'm genuinely pretty happy with how this is going. As soon as that one becomes stone, it's going to start to feel really nice, and then we can start to add all the little bits of detail that we so rightfully need. But I think that's going to do it for me for today. So thanks so much for watching, and until next time, ciao.